Because Mike Alger is off on a very cool special assignment. All right, Mike, we'll head over to you live now from the Vandenberg Space Force Base in Southern California. You were invited by NASA to watch the overnight launch of their latest weather and environmental satellite. Mike, this is so cool, and it fulfills a lifelong dream of yours.
You know, Ari, not many people know this. I don't tell a lot of people about this, but I at one point held a not too realistic dream of becoming an astronaut. And while at my age that ship has probably sailed, or maybe I should say that rocket is already launched, this morning, just before 2 o'clock, I got to fulfill a real bucket list experience.
4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. And liftoff of the Atlas V.
It's no simple matter getting a payload like this up off the ground and into orbit. At the Vandenberg Space Force Base, launches like this occur regularly, about once a month. And with Elon Musk's SpaceX program operating just a launch pad or two over, it's gotten incredibly busy out here. And it's not like they just set them up and light them off. Getting an operation like this off the ground is no easy task indeed. Apart from the thousands and thousands of minute steps just to light the bird, there's also a safety problem. A huge safety force, the biggest one in the Space Force, is responsible right before the launch of evacuating an area up to 3 to 4 miles away from the launch pad itself, depending on the trajectory. While the evacuation and other security procedures this morning did go smoothly, not everything got off without a hitch. A frozen fuel valve set back the launch about 25 minutes, creating some tension. But it was a problem they fortunately overcame in time to meet their launch window. Well, we're about an hour from launch right now, and if you can see it in the distance there, it is located about 3 miles away from us at this point. But if you're worried that that's not close enough, don't worry at all. When this thing lights up, you'll be able to see it for miles around. And when it was time to go,
we have ignition and full thrust on the RD-180.
Spectacular.
Engine parameters look good.
I guess I can cross that one off my bucket list now. With photographer Jay Akers, this is Mike Alger, 2 News. Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a real bucket list item. Now, while I would love to think that NASA held this thing just so I could fulfill this bucket list item of mine, they did have a very, very special payload on board of that rocket. And coming up at 5 o'clock, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the JPSS-2 satellite system and what it may mean to my profession. Ari?
Yeah, Mike, what a cool thing to see. Now, I know you said you were miles away from the launch site for safety reasons, but I feel like looking at that and the amount of power it would take to get that in the air, could you feel it? Was there some kind of a percussion or wind or heat or anything that you could feel from where you were?
Yeah, it was kind of visceral because you don't hear it for about 15 seconds because of the time difference, the distance and the speed of sound. Once you do, you really got buffeted, and it was an incredible feeling, I got to tell you.
Oh, I bet it was. All right, Mike, thanks for taking us there. We'll check in with you later.